You're watching Football Daily and here is this week's transfer talk. Get ready for the hottest gossip and biggest stories from around world football. Let's go. And where else to start than regular transfer talk player of interest, Paul Pogba. As you should all know by now, Pogba's contract with Man United is set to expire next summer, with player and club at loggerheads over a new deal for the midfielder. The Frenchman has seen himself linked with the likes of PSG and Real Madrid as the days tick down on the 6-year contract he signed at Old Trafford on his return in 2016. These rumours are of course nothing new, and after the Man United hierarchy decided that offering the 28-year-old a new deal was in their best interests, there is now a race against time to get Pogba to sign. There's an offer worth some £400,000 a week reportedly on the table, a figure that would put him behind only teammate Cristiano Ronaldo amongst the Premier League's highest paid players. But with the World Cup winner able to start discussions with other clubs come January the 1st, 2022, United have set a Christmas deadline for him, along with agent Mino Raiola, to make their decision. And according to Spanish newspaper El Nacional, Raiola has already made contact with Real Madrid in order to advertise his client's services, while it's also claimed that a move to La Liga interests Pogba, who's already competed in both England and Italy. The super agent also made contact with Barcelona, although for obvious reasons a move to Catalonia is all but impossible considering the financial demands. But apparently United are still feeling confident that Pogba will commit to their project, even though it's claimed that he won't stick to the deadline imposed upon him. If his current club can convince him that they will be competing for major honours during his peak years, and it all seems to be trending in the right direction for now at least, then there's no reason he wouldn't put pen to paper. Man United fans though, we want to hear from you. How much would you pay Paul Pogba to ensure he stays with the club? Let us know down below. From the red half of Manchester to the blue half now, as Man City are seemingly continuing to look for ways to improve their defence, despite having comfortably the best backline in the Premier League by expected goals against. So to join the centre-back grouping of Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, Aymeric Laporte and John Stones, the citizens are eyeing up Villarreal's Pau Torres. The Spaniard was the focus of intense speculation over the summer transfer window, reportedly rejecting a move to Spurs despite the two clubs agreeing a fee. Meanwhile, Man United ultimately opted for Rafael Varane when he came on the market over the 24-year-old, and it's now the turn of Pep Guardiola's side to lead the race for the Europa League winner. According to Marca, Man City's director of football, Chiqui Bajura-Stein, reportedly held direct contact with Villarreal, and they now find themselves at the front of the queue to sign Torres. The centre-back is closing in on 100 appearances for the Yellow Submarine after joining the hometown club as a 5-year-old, making his first team debut in 2016. The centre-back is closing in on 100 appearances for the Yellow Submarine after joining his hometown club as a 5-year-old, making his first team debut in 2016 and earning 14 caps for the Spanish national team since his first appearance for them in 2019. Torres reportedly has a release clause equivalent to £51 million in his current contract, which runs until summer 2024, and unsurprisingly Villarreal, who currently sit 11th in La Liga, are unlikely to budge from this figure. And with Real Madrid also reportedly interested in the defender, it could be wise for City to think about making a move sooner rather than later. Before we move on to our next story, a quick reminder to subscribe to Football Daily and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. We put content out every single day, so you really don't want to miss out. Anyway, let's move on. Moving on now to a name you probably haven't heard for a while on Football Daily, as Nabil Fekir's future is once again called into question. During his time at Lyon, the Frenchman was one of European football's most coveted talents, with Arsenal continuously linked with a move for the playmaker. In 2018, he was even close to a switch to Liverpool, with the two clubs coming close to agreeing on a price, although Fekir's history of injury struggles ultimately saw Jurgen Klopp's side pull the plug on the deal. The following summer, the now 28-year-old made a surprise switch to Real Betis for just €20 million, well under half the fee Lyon would have got for him 12 months earlier. But 2 years on, having remained relatively injury-free and continuing to impress in a new environment, with 23 goal involvements in 73 league appearances with Los Beticos since his debut, a number of Premier League clubs have re-upped their interest. This all comes at a crucial time too, as Betis are looking to extend Fekir's contract as he enters the last 2 years of his deal. Arsenal are once again among the sides reported to be keeping an eye on him, along with Everton and West Ham United. And while the belief is that Fekir, who has 25 caps for France, is happy in southern Spain, a big contract offer could tempt him into a move to England. But until the day comes where Fekir signs on the dotted line at the Estadio Benito Villamarin, expect the rumours surrounding his future to keep swirling. To the south coast of England now, where Brighton and Hove Albion are surprising everyone with their Premier League performances this campaign. Graham Potter's men have entered the international break in 6th place, just 2 points off Chelsea at the top of the table. And one of the main reasons the Seagulls are soaring is the form of midfielder Yves Bissouma, who continues to court the attention of some of the continent's biggest clubs. Reportedly a target for Real Madrid this time last year, it was then reported by The Times that the Mali international handed in a transfer request this summer, although he would ultimately remain at the Amex Stadium as the new season got underway. Now the 25-year-old is being linked with a move to Liverpool, and his supposed price tag should make him an enticing prospect for any side. Brighton have never denied the fact that Bissouma is in demand, instead suggesting that a fee topping £40 million could secure his services, but now it's emerged that just £30 million could be enough. Having said that, this summer's monster sale of Ben White to Arsenal for £50 million means the Sussex side are likely in no rush to sell. Before we move on then, a question for both Brighton and Liverpool fans: how much do you think Bissouma is worth? Let us know your answer in the comments. Another central midfielder that could soon be on the move is Spurs man Harry Winks. The 25-year-old has failed to establish himself under Nuno Espirito Santo, featuring for just 61 minutes of Premier League action so far, with his only 90 minutes of the season coming in the Europa Conference League. Yet despite his lack of game time, Winks is apparently in demand and is considering his future in North London. Inter Milan and Roma are said to be interested, and of course the latter are managed by Jose Mourinho, who managed Spurs for 18 months between 2019 and 2021. Winks made 52 appearances under the Portuguese coach. Over the summer, sporting director Fabio Paratici was hoping to land some £25 million for the 10-time capped England international, but with little interest coming in, he will almost certainly have to lower his expectations in January. Currently rated at £18 million on Transfermarkt and similarly on the Football Observatory, a fee in that range could be a welcome windfall for the fringe player. We end this week's episode of Transfer Talk with perhaps the most talked about player in the show's history, and yes, after 4 years we're pretty bored of speaking about him. But Kylian Mbappe spoke to French outlet RMC Sport earlier this week, and there was one big takeaway from the interview. The Frenchman did want to leave Paris Saint-Germain over the summer. In his words, "I asked to leave because at the moment I did not want to extend my contract. I wanted the club to get a transfer fee to get a replacement of quality. I did not appreciate that they said I told them in the last week of August. I said at the end of July, so that the club could react." However, despite these admissions, Mbappe is adamant that he was never unhappy in Paris, saying, "It is a club that has brought me a lot. I have always been happy in the 4 years I have spent here and still am, and I told them if you don't want me to go, I will stay." So there you have it. Kylian Mbappe has potentially confirmed his departure from PSG, leaving the door open to join Real Madrid on a free next summer. In fact, Los Blancos president Florentino Perez has even said, "We hope on January the 1st everything can be solved." In the meantime, we get to enjoy a front three of him, Messi and Neymar in pursuit of a first Champions League for Les Parisiennes. So that's all we have time for on this week's Transfer Talk, but which of these rumours do you think is most likely to happen? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, as it really helps us with the algorithm, and why not click on screen right now for another Football Daily banger. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.